start on our backs, and you can have the knees wide or open. Just allowing yourself to come into a space where the chest here, the clavicles were nice and open. Shut the eyes down. So just arriving on the mat. Allowing a time to just drop in here, dropping into your own body, into your own thoughts. And letting unnecessary distractions kind of fade away in the practice. Eyes softly closed, you can also begin to tune in to the sounds and sensations around the body. You might hear the birds or feel a breeze. Or a cat. You also feel a softening here of the heart space. So as we're open, allow this to be relational to the practice. So being open, being vulnerable to learning, to being curious in the physical body as well as the mind. Take 4 more full rounds of breath here. And trying to stay within your own space, within your own peace of mind here. So lying into a short shavasana. Getting long, you can stretch the right leg out and then stretch the left leg out. And as we are supported at the back of the ribs, the back of the heart with the bolster before, now there lies that support with the ground beneath you. Let's take a full breath in, full sigh out. And stretch the arms up overhead. So find length through the side bodies. Might touch your neighbor's toes. And find banana asana. So we move the shoulders over towards the right a bit. Can move the legs over to the right a bit. And this isn't an intense stretch to the right, just slightly. Maybe the left ankle rests on top of the right, grounding it here, maybe taking a hold of the left wrist. So you don't want the most intense stretch, but just a little lengthening through the side body. And again, when you can, shut the eyes down. Sometimes it's very easy to get distracted when we find the focal point or drishti with open eyes, but when we soften the eyes or shut them down, we can move through that mantra or more breath awareness. And come back through center. Move to the other side. So being gentle with the body early in the morning. couple more breaths here. Slowly come back through center and pull your knees into your chest. So you can take a hold of the shins or the knees. You can take a hold of opposite wrists. And just rock from side to side here. So nice little cradle. Keep the right knee in, extend the left leg forward. Just hug the right knee to the outside of the ribs here. So left leg is nice and long on the mat. And although it's long, you don't need to dorsiflex here in the left foot, so it's active maybe a bit, but we're relaxing in this pose. So just pulling the right knee to where it may go, but you're not grasping to pull it into the deepest opening. Maybe allowing the right knee to fall out to the right side of it. So a little hip opener here. And take a hold of the right knee, just open it out to the right side, supporting it. You can have your left hand on your left hip if it begins to pop up. And back through center, both knees into the chest for a moment. Take a breath. And keep a hold of the left knee, extend the right leg straight down towards the mat. So again, notice the attitude towards the physical body from the beginning of practice. Are you still engaging in the shoulders, pressing the right leg down as straight as you can and pulling the left knee in as hard as you can? Try to soften in all areas. And then maybe opening the left knee out to the left a bit, supporting that left knee with the left hand, right hand on the right hip. Just letting it fall out a bit, getting a small hip opening. Two more breaths here. Pull both knees into the chest. And then wrap the right leg around the left, so as if you were going to go into eagle. But take a hold of the feet, opposite feet here. So left hand moving to the right foot, right hand moving to the left. So you're pulling closer in towards the glutes. The knees might come up overhead just a bit. We're opening into the hips. So feel a little bit of a stretch here. The feet might come out a bit, that's okay, or they might come close to the glutes. It's going to be different for each of us. So you should feel a little lengthening into that right glute, those lateral muscles along the right side. Now keeping the legs wrapped, let go of the feet and set the left toes on the ground to hop your hips to the right just an inch and drop your knees to the left, allowing yourself a little bit of a deeper twist by moving the hips to the right just a bit. Your head can drop to the right, and if you want to open the arms a bit, if you have space here, let the shoulders melt down towards the earth. Again, check in, where is the mind? Are we at peace? Are there distractions? So always move in and out of this observation, the svadhyaya, that self-study of what happens on the mat physically and mentally. 2 more breaths here. And travel through center. Uncross the legs, pull the knees in nice and tight, give them a squeeze. And then change sides. Left knee wraps around the right. Take a hold of the feet. Maybe the feet come closer to the glute, or they come out to the sides of the body a bit more. Notice what it feels like on this side from the other. Again, no grasping. So the goal isn't to get the knees as close to the chest as possible or the legs out as wide as possible for the deepest stretch. It's just for that observation and softening and creating vulnerability in the body before we come into physical asana. Couple more breaths here. Let go of the feet. Set the right toes down this time. Hop the hips to the left just an inch or so. Drop the knees over towards the right. And turn your head towards the left. Just as we spoke out in satsang last night about sadhana, or our daily practice, the first 5 to 10 minutes of our day being a reflection of how the rest of the day can be, the beginning of the practice also puts you into a mindset for how the rest of the practice will go. Doing your best to let go of anything that's not beneficial to your time on your mat today. A couple more breaths here. The knees back in towards center, into the chest. Give them a nice tight squeeze. And then begin to rock and roll the length of the mat. You can take a hold of the back of the thighs, but massaging the spine as you come up. So taking nice long rocks. And we'll come up to a seat. So find your seat for pranayama and meditation. So if you need a block underneath the hips or a bolster, if you do take a block, allow the femurs to lie off of the block. So we're trying to not have the hips all the way back on the block. Bring them a little bit forward so that the bones are slanting downwards towards the earth. If you would like to take a mudra, feel free to take Yana Mudra by bringing the thumb and the first finger together. palms shining up. You can take the second finger, the third finger, or the fourth. These representing knowledge, moon, sun, and flow. So as we come into a comfortable seat, find your equal breath of samasriti, equal and rhythmic breathing here. Doing it with ease. So finding that stira sukham asanam, slow and steady peace in our seat. Really allow yourself to come into stillness. Let the shoulders soften, the spine be long. And take a deep breath in through the nostrils. Deep sigh out, let go. Inhale for Kapalabhati. And on your exhale, begin. So keep moving with your own cadence here, allowing the inhales to be passive and the exhales to be the contractions here of the belly. If you need to touch the belly to feel the contraction, do. But make sure that we keep the integrity of the spine. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale. Inhale normally. Exhale. Inhale for Kumbhaka, so hold at the top of the inhale, find that retention. You can focus between the eyebrow center here, finding that white light or the mantra. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for the second round and begin with your exhalation. Move with your own cadence. It can be faster, it can be slower. The last 10 getting a little bit faster. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale fully. Find that retention. Kumbhaka. And exhale. Turn to normal breathing here for a few moments. Again, observation. So what do we notice from the breath, how it makes us feel? Heat into the body if we find that newfound vitality for the practice, or if we find frustration. So stepping outside of the body, of the mind, and being an observer. And after a few breaths, we'll come into Nadi Shodhana with the 4 count for the inhalation, 8 count for the exhalation. So you can begin to take the mudra with the right hand, right thumb to the right nostril. Pointer finger, middle finger towards the temple, and take an inhale for 4 counts through the left. Plug the left nostril, exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale through the right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Plug the right, exhale through the left, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Plug the left, exhale for 8 through the right. So continue with your own rhythm here. And if the 8 count on the exhalation becomes too difficult, you can always count a little bit faster. But you want it to be that 2-to-1 ratio. So we're taking in less on the inhale and expelling out for twice as long on the exhale. And again, always in pranayama, keeping the integrity of the spine. So sitting up nice and tall. If the right arm tires, just bring the left hand underneath the right elbow for support. Take 3 more rounds. Shodhana. So working in the beginning of our practice to balance the right and left hemispheres of the mind, of the sinus cavity. And also acknowledging the importance of the pranic flow. When you've completed the 3rd round, exhaling through the left nostril, allow the arms to rest on the knees. Keep the eyes shut down and coming into your meditation seat. Try to see if that space arriving in your seat. Come in observation of your breath practice. And find what works for you in meditation. So how do you bring the mind to ease? It can be through mantra, it could be through soham, I am that, or it can be through om. It can also be through personal mantra or working with those empowering beliefs. But aside from the white light that we envision between the eyebrow center, you can create a mental landscape in the mind, somewhere that you feel at peace, whether it's by a well or a river or walking through the desert. someplace that's just your own. So instead of envisioning your meditation as sitting in a room, it can be anywhere that brings peace to you. Dear brave one, you are not too emotional, you are not too sensitive. Your heart is constantly at war with all of your emotions, each one fighting to be dominant. You feel the energy of others. You feel when they're happy, sad, angry, fake, and truthful. You know when they're using you and when they're being genuine. You are not weak, you are gifted with the ability of heightened intuition. Your anxiety is nothing to be ashamed of. It's a reminder that you have the gift of empathy. Not many possess this rare trait because it takes a special kind of individual to be as genuinely compassionate as you are. Your kindness is your strength, not your weakness. Own who you are. You have a beautiful, brave soul. hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in, deep exhale out. One collective Om together, so inhale to prepare and begin. Slowly blinking the eyes open.